Okay, we're doing a microphone check. Okay, I see activity now. That's a good thing. Let's hope that's the only issue we have tonight. I made some changes on the streaming software, so that might have jacked something up, but I'm hoping we'll be good from here on out. Okay, let's hop in. Alrighty, everyone. Well, welcome to Friday Night Frontline. We got a whole bunch of things to go over today. We got new character was previewed. In fact, as I post or as I say that, I see a post right now talking a little bit more about the banner that she's going to be on. So we're going to talk about the new character, Deshevia. We're probably going to do the limited time event. I didn't have a chance to do the challenge modes last time, so we're going to finish these up while I chit-chat. Oh, and what else do we have to go over? We had something else we wanted to talk about. I've already forgot. The story from the new event. That's kind of spoilers, but, you know, we'll talk about it, because if you haven't done the event at this point, I don't know what to tell you. You're running out of time. But there's one other thing I wanted to go over, and I don't remember what it was, so it'll probably come to me as we do the stream here. So, but that's what's on plan for tonight. And then somewhere in there, I'm going to find time to make excuses for the reason why I didn't upload stuff to the channel recently. So that's what's on tab. Okay, let's see. So first thing, let's double check this. Got some mail. What is this? What is this? What do they want? Oh, free stuff. Thank you, mailing. But yeah, we're gonna hop and do. You know what? Actually, let's talk about the new character first. So they posted on Twitter. Next character we're getting is Deshevnia, which is kind of not what people thought, including myself. I figured that would probably be one of the, not the next character, but that's what they're going with. So I was kind of right and kind of wrong at the same time. I was hoping it was either going to be Lena or Centrisi, but I was also, I'm on record saying that they like the dartboard method, where, you know, people were saying like, oh, well, they're just going to continue the story and the next person or the next character's story is Centrisi, and I'm like, let me tell you about Project Narrow Cloud and how they just don't care. So I was kind of right and kind of wrong. So let's take a look. Now, let me see. Can I pull up the post and show it on stream here? All right, I'm going to have to mute the in-game sound here for a second, because I had to tab off of it. So I'm not an expert at this, guys. I think if I do this, add a source to the stream, and I pick that. Is this? I think that's working. There we go. I'm going to check the stream feed and make sure that that shows up for you guys. But anyway, that's what I'm looking at here. This is just the skill introduction on Twitter that they posted. So let's talk about the character real quick. So she's a support character. Essentially, she's going to be a support character for ice units. Let me see here. Can I? All right, so these are her skills. Let's talk about her skills real quick. I've done a brief like overview of the character. I haven't like looked too much into her. Because to be honest, I'm not really excited. I'm not really excited about this character. I really don't like her design in this one. I liked KSVK in Project Neural Cloud, and well, I guess technically she was Deshevia in Project Neural Cloud. But I liked KSVK in GFL1, but I'm not a huge fan of the design they went with for her in GFL2. And also, I'm not really crazy about the fact they've turned her into a support class. Does it say up here? Yeah, they've turned her into a support character. Which is like, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, because you could have a support character that does lots of damage, but to me it just seems a little weird, right? So anyway, I'm not super crazy about what they did with her, but anyway, let's talk a little bit about her. So her first That's, the basic attack is always the same, doesn't do anything special. But the first skill, um, this is the weird thing, right? So she's all about like buffing freeze teams and like doing like lots of frost damage and enabling that. But then like a lot of her skills are also physical, which is kind of weird, right? Like Macchiato, like if we hop in game, let me hide this real quick from the stream. So if we hop in game and we look at like Macchiato, geez, I keep clicking the wrong thing. We come here. Obviously, this is the skill you spam the most, Cold Precision Shot. You just kind of keep spamming this until you run out of Confectance points. This is frost damage, clearly. And her counter attacks are frost damage too, or freeze damage. It's just kind of weird, right? Because most of the time, interception or, like support attacks, they tend to be physical. But for Macchiato, it's freeze, so it's great because, freeze damage is another element that you can take advantage of for phase weakness and stuff. So you get like the bonus damage and the bonus stability damage. I don't think anything. Yeah, it's just those two, but that's the majority of her damage, right? Like almost all her damage comes from Cold Precision Shot and from her alert interception attacks. So she is like 95% physical damage or freeze damage. Every now and then you have to use professional tactics to get your Confectance back up. I'm talking about a segment 0 Macchiato, by the way. And just like in normal terms, without any crazy, like there's some keys that which one is it? This one here like refunds Confectance. But anyway, long story short, you're gonna be spending the majority of your time spamming Cold Precision Shot and her ult, and that's like almost completely like frost damage. So she is completely, for all intents and purposes, 100% frost damage. If we bring back up Deshevia here, she's got like the problem that a lot of characters have. I guess not really a problem, it's a design decision. But like I said, for example, her first skill here, Hero's Code, deals physical damage, right? It's like, well, that's kind of a letdown on a character that's all about enabling like freeze debuffs and freeze damage from the team. Like it's kind of weird that some of her skills are physical, and you'll notice later on there's another one. I want to say it's her support attack is physical. Does it say in here? But well, okay, I'm getting all over the place here. Let's focus here. So let's just go over her skills. Hero's Code, deal physical damage when an enemy unit with the freeze debuffs dies, you gain Ice Grace. Let me pull up my notes on this because it doesn't tell you in that preview what Ice's Grace is. Okay, so that's like a little self-stacking buff that when it hits four stacks, it's going to enhance her skill. So it'll then go into an enhanced state, and during the enhanced state, when she attacks, it's going to ignore a bunch of defense. It will deal ice damage then, which is cool. So now it'll switch back over to ice damage. But mostly it puts a like a vulnerability on the target, and the other ice characters that attack the target are now going to do a ton extra damage. It says here 130%, although I am not sure if that's accurate. It probably is. We're just going to go with it. So her second skill, her first skill, whatever, her first active skill, Hero's Code, is just going to put a stacking buff on yourself, and when you get enough stacks, you're going to convert it over to her like enhanced version, which will put a frost vulnerability on the target, which is great because, if Macchiato or someone like a big damage dealer who's frost attacks the target afterward, that's a huge damage boost. So the next one, Marzana's Sanctum or Sanction. Let's see. So this one, a lot of words here, but essentially what she's going to do is an AoE on a target, and if it's like every other use of the skill, it enhances. So let me just double check this. Yeah, so the first time it does like a little bit of damage, then the next time it gets a bigger AoE portion. And it also puts the, what is it called? It's not freeze because they keep flip-flopping the names. Frigid. I lied. Freeze. It is freeze. God, they're gonna have to fix this one day. This is gonna drive me insane. Freeze is the stackable one. Frigid is the immovable one. So it'll put a stack of freeze on the enemy. So, and I apologize, I did not mute my Discord, so you guys are going to be hearing annoying little messages in the background the whole time. That was me, by the way, if you're watching this. You're not going crazy. So, but yeah, anyway, so this is going to be a skill. This is nice because it, oh, and then I forgot to mention, it also puts freeze tiles underneath them. It says right there. So that's cool too, because there's a couple characters that care if the target is underneath a freeze tile. It's not super... I don't think these freeze tiles implant the weakness like Sumi's does, so I'd have to double check that. I'm not sure off the top of my head if that implants the freeze weakness, but it's nice if you want to spread freeze tiles everywhere, just if nothing else to apply the freeze debuff to people for taking advantage of with like characters like Macchiato. So yeah, her second active skill is essentially just an AoE that kind of it hits moderately hard, but it also creates freeze tiles, which is cool. And then, like I said, if your Confectance is full, you get to do a double one, which is kind of cool. Her alt applies Arctic Benediction, which, if I pull up the notes yet again, Arctic Benediction allows your teammates essentially to put the freeze debuff on the target before they attack, similar to Macchiato's. I think it's a fixed key that does it for her. Yeah, so it allows you to put the freeze debuff on them beforehand, which is nice because, like I said, once again, that allows you to proc certain abilities, things like Phase Strike, Macchiato's passive that checks to see if they're afflicted by the freeze debuff to know if they should ignore not Confectance stability. So, and then it also it gives all your teammates Arctic Benediction. You get some Confectance Index, and then you get Global Domain. I think that's just a... Let me just look here. I'm pretty sure that's just... Yeah, that just allows her to support attack. So, nothing crazy. Once again, the support attack is listed as physical damage, which is like, you know, kind of sad, but, you know, you can't win them all. So, and then her passive essentially just gives her Confectance. And it's like a passive freeze damage bonus to the team. So, that's essentially what she does in a nutshell here. She's good, but I don't think she's like a must-have, right? Like, she's a nice-to-have. I'm not super crazy about her. I probably am gonna throw some tickets at her just cause, you know. We'll let fate decide whether I'm gonna use the character or not. But she is clearly meant to be on the Frost team. Like, her passive just straight up gives you like whatever 10%, was it 10% attack and 10% freeze damage or something? But she just essentially just straight up buffs the team's damage for freeze, which is great if you're running like Macchiato and Sumi. So if you have characters like that and you're really invested in like this like mono element team, she's a really good choice, and she's gonna slot in real well. It's just that how much place does she have outside of that? That's kind of the questionable part. So I won't talk about her weapon either. We're gonna skip that for now. Essentially, her weapon does another freeze debuff like related ability. So she's the next character they're gonna have next. I'm super sad it's not UMP9. I will continue to wait patiently. So, oh my goodness, look at this. I've been talking this whole time. I forgot to open up my drink here. I can't have a Friday night Frontline without a drink. We're now doing audio. AMSR or ASMR drink openings here. So, okay, so yeah, we talked about her. I'm not super crazy about. Oh, a minute, I gotta change this and this. Sorry, this music. One day they'll fix it so that the game sound doesn't. That's an option to change the game sound. Yeah, there's still no option to make it so that when you tab out of the game, it mutes the game sound. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, so she's gonna be, like I said, pretty good fit for most ice teams. If you're not running an ice team, like if you don't have Macchiato and like you kind of don't care, it's like she's gonna be like of limited value. That's the problem with these types of characters and like these types of teams. And you've seen this in other game. Like, I understand what the developers are doing, right? Like if you have a character like Macchiato that's like interesting and fun to play, and is very popular, especially, it's like, what's the best way to get people to either spend money on the game, like to buy more, like in this case, segments of the character, or to like keep that character relevant. And one of the best ways is to make a whole team or archetype around it. They did this in Project NeuroCloud, for example, with a couple different team types. Like they decided that they were going to do like the teleport attack team, the dodge rate team, the pyro team. So, and it's popular in other gacha games too. The issue is, if you're not interested, like what do you do with a player who's not interested in that archetype, right? You have this weird problem of like, okay, let's say I like Macchiato, but I don't really care for Sumi, and I don't really care for Deshevia. It's like, you know, like you're gonna try and convince those players to get these characters, but you know, it's like they're either just not going to do it, and so you're going to have a dysfunctional team. Like the characters are going to be like relying on each other, and like you won't have them. Like for example, if you have Macchiato but you don't have Sumi, you're going to have a hard time versus any boss that's not weak to Frost, because like she really wants to implant Frost weakness on her target, or have it naturally be vulnerable to Frost. So you know, the obvious answer is like just get over it and get these characters, which is fine, but then it turns into like kind of like your it's not like the sunken cost fallacy. It's like, if for example I skipped Macchiato, now I don't really care about Deshevia, right? Like it's the same problem. You know, it's like if you're missing one piece of the team, or like a core piece of the team, then you kind of have no other interest in the team, because then it just becomes a bigger and bigger burden for you to accumulate all the characters necessary for it. So yeah, Jay says, I was really underwhelmed with Dush, but her and Centurisi, I'm assuming, were the only units that I was pulling until Vector, so I'm going to grab her. I'm just not as excited as I wish I was. And yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I was a big fan of her in 1, but like this design that they went with her, to me, is just kind of like, meh. So I'll throw, because I got enough collapse pieces just hanging out here that I could throw a 50-50, maybe even, I could maybe even hard pity it if I need to. I'm just not crazy about it, because to me, the other issue with these like mono element teams is like, I'm always very cautious of developers just deciding enough is enough, right? Like they sell you the whole team, right? Like say they convince you to get all 3 of these characters, upgrade them with their specialist weapons, and then maybe there's even a 4th character that slots in the team. There probably is. I just don't know off the top of my head who it is. So you accumulate the full ice team. This is the same issue I have with this burn team that everyone's talking about with Chongju and stuff. So it's like you accumulate this whole team. All the devs have to do is make the enemy immune to that element, like kind of like they did with is it? It's the boss. What's his name? Ordfat. He has the skill, or the passive, whatever it is. It's one of them where, yeah, it's Frenzy. I can't show it to you because it won't let me click it. But long story short, when he has Frenzy, if you're within, I mean, they're kind of nice about it. They're only like, okay, as long as you're only within 4 tiles. But long story short, you just can't do fire damage to him. Like he's 100% immune to fire damage. He reduces it to 0, and it's like the devs have the ability to do that at any time, right? All they got to do is make like a frost boss, for example, that's immune to frost damage, right? It's like, okay, cool, Sumi implants frost weakness and Macchiato tries to shoot him and you do 0 damage. It's like they might be weak to the element, but they still can just totally negate it. So I'm very cautious about mono element teams, because they kind of like want to sell it to you as like this all-in-one package. Like, look, assemble all the pieces of the Megazord, and now you get to just, you know, smash things, which is fine, except that they can take those pieces away from you at any time. So I'm always really cautious because now you're going to sink 4 or 5 characters or like hundreds of tickets into something that may or may not be future proof. You know, it's like sometimes it'll last 6 months, sometimes it'll last a year, who knows. And it's, you know, there's arguments to be made why it should or shouldn't, you know, how long it should go, right? Nobody wants a game that stagnates because one team combo just happens to be the best. So yeah, Jay. So Jay was saying, I hope they drop the standard banner changes on the same patch. I hope you're right, because they have been ominously quiet about it. For those of you who don't know, if we go to recruitment here, they're changing this banner around slightly. This is still going to be here, the little selector thing. But the word on the street, and by the word on the street, I mean, I think it was confirmed by the Twitter account for the Korean version, which is on the same patching schedule that we are. I want to say it was the Korean Twitter account confirmed that this was coming in February. So what happens is, like right here, there's going to be like a little button where you can hit, and then you can select which character you want to be the target, and that essentially will make them the hard pity target, similar to like how if you lose the 50-50, the next guarantee is Diane. You do that essentially for this. You would like select it and be like, okay, whatever, Tololo. You lose a 50-50 to something randomly, and it's like the next character should be Tololo guaranteed. So they teased it, and they said it was going to be February, but you know, tomorrow is February 1st, and I have not seen any official announcement that it's coming with this patch or anything. So as you can see, I started saving. I have quite a few saved up here. I could be sitting happily with a character right now because I still don't have a Chongju. I'm playing on hard mode, so yeah, that's where we're at anyway. So that was a lot of talking. Let's get into some gameplay. I can click around and do stuff in the background while we chit chat about all the questionable decisions that are being made. Level are these guys? Do I even have to care? They're 50. I kind of don't have to care, but oh, they want me to get tricky and they want me to shoot barrels across the map, which I'm not opposed to. Oh, we only get 3. Whoa, ho, ho. Who are the chosen 3? Well, I think we're gonna do this because I might actually want to press one of those buttons. So Sumi, you come over here. Yeah, that should be fine. This is like not rocket science. Let me just double check. I think it's just... Okay, it doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's just eliminate all enemies. Can we get around somebody? We cannot. I might have misplaced her. I should have had her over here, but that's okay. Okay, well, I was lied to. I thought the little line meant down to here, but I guess not. Do I have to launch both of them? Is that what it wants me to do? Eh, whatever. Eh, whatever. This is unfortunate. Am I gonna launch a barrel right into myself? This is gonna be funny if I do. Yep. But that did open it. Okay, so I had to activate both switches. Oh, that was all for movement. Let's just get to work then. So yeah, I'm hoping the standard banner changes come out because I've been saving a bunch for it, and hopefully as well. I don't know what they're gonna do for the story. So people are talking about how they've made the decision to have the Deshevia story / banner next was because they're in the middle of doing rewrites for the other stories. It's just I don't have a problem with them doing the story rewrites and everything. It's just like this is really starting to get chaotic, and I don't even mean from the banner release schedule. Like if the story is not ready, they could just literally do dartboard with what characters they want to release, which is totally fine. Just don't tie them to the story, right? Like for example, you don't have to have the event where Deshevia is like the main character of the event. Like you don't have to, you can have Diane on the banner, but you don't need to have the Diane event running currently, right? Like I really don't think people are going to be too upset about the fact that character X, Y, or Z is the current active banner, right? But they're also the current active story, so. So if they're going to be doing like rewrites and all sorts of goofy stuff like that, why don't they just, in my opinion, this is just my humble 2 cents, just release whatever characters they want to in whatever order they want, and then release the stories as they're ready. I don't think anybody would be too upset with that. Because it does feel really weird that, I mean, they've kind of done that in a weird way, right? Because like Deshevnia and Sumi plus Macchiato have all now been released within like the first like 3 patches. So you have like a good chunk of the like main Frost team in the game. So Colfin, get out of here. Grows, I don't need you either. So we're getting Sumi, and where's Diane? Oh, she's already... Oh, these are the presets. Get out of here, all these presets. No, I got better versions of you. Macchiato. And... who do we want for the last one? Let's just... why not? Sure. We gotta escort this little guy. Where are we escorting him to? To control point. Oh my god, all the way over here? Do I get to control him? I do not. This guy blow up around him or in a 3x3? Okay, so we can do this into this. Really? Oh, it's gonna crit and kill him, but... And then let's actually come to this side of the wall, because this thing's gonna die here in a second. Because I'm gonna do this. Bepley, can you hit it without cover? There we go. Because I didn't want Tolo to attack and then have nothing else to use her second attack on. Because she would have got a double turn. And we'll have Sumi just, I don't know, throw ice over here for funsies. Got some backup bros over here. Can I get up to this platform? Not... No, I cannot. We'll just have Diane cause a ruckus over here. Yeah, sure, why not? Tolol's got just nothing to do. Can Bepley maybe throw a grenade from downtown? Can I get both of them? Yeah! Just trying to anger the local population so that they'll attack me and do something. Yeah, anyway, so back to what we were talking about with the different story releases. It seems like they're holding back the next story, which would be Central Reese's, so they can finish up some rewrite nonsense with it. That's fine. I actually like this current story that's in Diane's event. I think they did a pretty good job with it. Let's put you here. And let's see if I can kill both of you in one hit. I can. For those of you who haven't played the new event, I don't want to go but you know what, we're just gonna talk about it. If you haven't played the Diane event, cover your ears for a few minutes here. But so the story I thought was really well done. I really liked how they kind of started to talk about like the quote 10-year break that the game it keeps referring to, like the commander just like disappears for 10 years, and like now they're finally trying to build off that instead of just like hand waving it and be like, ah yeah, not a big deal, nothing happened. They're finally kind of trying to, what is this robot doing? Is he literally gonna come all the way this way? I guess he has to. Yeah, that's in the dead end. That's it. Okay, well, Polo, go do something. And Diane, I guess, come over here. I'll let the rest of the team just kind of mess with this nonsense. Oh. Let's have Sumi come do this. Yeah, I really like the ending to the story for Diane's event. It was kind of weird. The story didn't really focus on Diane, which is kind of like a little bit of a complaint that people had, which I can totally understand. So like that was a little on the strange side. Can I just kill him? I can. But it did a pretty good job with like kind of setting the stage for what's probably going to happen next. I did hate the cliffhanger though. That was really annoying. That's like my pet peeve. When stories just decide they're just going to cliffhanger you. It's like, come on man, don't do that. We're not watching a Dragon Ball Z episode. Tololo has not had a chance to shoot anything this whole match. I'm tempted just to hit and turn a bunch just to get this over with, but ugh, there's like just enough. I said these enemies are so underleveled. Like it's like this is hardly a challenge mode, but I'm putting just enough brain power in that it's like frying my brain while I'm trying to talk. Yes, this is what I figured would happen. Eventually they would spawn enemies, and just to check to see if you were actually still escorting the target, which I was. So congratulations me. Macchiato, have fun and just do that. Here we go. Gang is all here. Can Tololol do something? She's real sad right now. She's like slowly been getting like one tile behind. I think. Yeah, we'll just do this. Da 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 da. Super speedy. Oh, don't want to stand next to him. He will attack me if I do that. Sure, we'll just guarantee it. You know what, Tolo? You did great. You just you did great today, dear. Oh my goodness. Yeah, let's blow him up right next to. Not. Oh, ha, ha. Diane, you do this, and this is pretty much the end of this mission. It's cool. I like the escort part. I think I'm a little over leveled for this. Just gonna hit that end turn button. We did it! That was a lot of turns. Whew, wow. Okay, a couple more. Then we'll get to the good stuff. Oh, we get a friend this time. Nothing special. We just kill stuff, including these heavy machine guns, because it doesn't look like there's a switch for them. Who am I missing? Yeah, because I want Vepley to run around and shoot stuff, because this guy's gonna be annoying to track down. Yeah, Diane can come take care of this. Sure, that's the game plan. Let's go for the confirm. I said there's a really good chance she just crits that and kills it anyway, but I'm just gonna stand right here because he's probably gonna attack her and she'll counterattack. So let's have you come to. I don't really want to, but I'll do it. And then Tololo can do a double turn over here. Get rid of these guys. Vepley, you go do Vepley things. Oh, but you can't. Because you got short little arms that can't throw far enough. Alright, well, whatever. Just come here, I guess. And you just make the locals angry. Yes, exactly as planned. Oh my god, there's so many red marks everywhere. Guys, how do you expect me to figure out what's going on? Who is... I think this guy is the one that's casting it, right? So... can't kill him in one hit. And I can't knock him off this because there's a little barrier here that's preventing me. So Makia just has to shoot him and kill him. I mean, that's always a good answer. Can we kill the dinner? Yes, this will auto crit because she's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. She'll take a hit because I got to end next to him, but whatever. Sumi. Come to have you start working on this thing. Well, that was unfortunate. I wanted her to use her counterattack on the blade here. But you can't control everything. I'm trying to speedrun this so that we can get to the good stuff here. I don't want this stream to go too long tonight. In a perfect world, what would happen? In a perfect world that we do not live in, I would get a chance. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I'd get a chance to record the long version of the Diane guide today. So this is the part of the stream where I just sit and make excuses for my poor behavior. Oh, I shouldn't have stopped there. I wanted to stop next to it to unstealth it. Can I fix that somehow? Oh, never mind. It unstealthed him for some reason. Reasons I cannot tell you. And then we will just come here and let's do this. Because this will put me at enough to counterattack this guy and kill him. So yeah, so I wanted to work on the long version of the Dying Gale where I go to like autistic detail of every one of her skills and everything. Kind of like I did in the original Nemesis guide that I did. Real life just kind of said no, and I've just been getting slammed. So hopefully today I will get this mission and the next one done here in the next 15 minutes or so. We'll chit-chat for another couple after that, and then I will go and record those and be a good boy and do what I said I was going to do. Eliminate all enemies. I'm assuming they mean the marked ones. So that's the plan for today. I think if Macchiato comes up to here and just has like center. This guy's aggroed, so he's gonna come to us. These guys are aggroed, so they'll come to us. Yeah, let's do that. So we will come to here and activate. And let's throw up the counterattack. We don't have any Gunsmoke Frontline or anything going on this week either, which is kind of nice. Finally get a break from that. This is going to leave people... How are they going to get out of here? Do they all have to literally come around this way? That's not cool. There's no way to lower those, is there? Why do they do that? Why must they be like this? Yeah, let's just get him angry. I can tell there's like a more optimal way to do this. I just didn't notice it until right now. You know what we could do? We could just have Vepley throw grenades over here the whole time. That would not be... It wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't be horrible. If she throws it here, do I get more people? No. Maybe that's what I do. Because Tolol can take a double move in this direction. Nah, actually, I think we all just come this way. As much as I kind of don't want to, I think we just do that. Because then these guys are going to come up around. Since they're already all aggroed, they're going to come up through here, and I think they're going to meet us over in that general area. So we want to stand here so we can get as close to that deer as we can. Bada bing, bada boom. We're zooming. Kill the crocodile. Then Diane, you actually don't have anyone to attack, which is real sad right now. Alright, my plan is been shattered because he just walked up to this wall instead of going around. These guys are doing what I thought they were going to do, but this, whatever this thing is, he's kind of... He's going to be a pain in the ass, too, because he's stealth. So I'm going to have somebody next to him. Oh, I don't like him already. How can we fix this? Let's have Sumi... Can she hit this guy? She can, but she won't kill him. Neither will that. Because this can't crit, so... It's showing is what it's actually going to happen, so... That's not cool. Because I can't get her to stand anywhere else that's relevant. Well, we'll just do that then. And then... Macchiato, I really want you to... kill this thing. She can't kill it in one turn. Let's just start cleaning up all these enemies here that are gonna soak attacks and be annoying. Both these guys are in awkward spots. Can Vepley kill multiple of them? Not really. Let's do this. What's the trick here? Why can't I get past any of these? I don't think I can. I think it's just that's how it's going to be. I really don't like this map. Alright, Macchiato, it seems like you're going to get stuck cleaning up this entire area. Like, I know I can, like, swap units by having, like, Sumi stand on this elevator, bring it down, and then essentially trade places, but that doesn't let me get more units up here. And I don't see any way to lower these with, like, a switch or something, so... And there's no way to go around it any other way, so... Like, as far as I can tell, these units are just stuck over here. Oh, well, that's one way to fix it. Jesus Christ. Why would they do that? I guess Diane can come all the way back here and start chasing down this stupid invisible mole. That's fine, they can't hit me. I can't hit them. Yeah, let's take this guy out completely. Oh. Well, that saved me the trouble of having to go all the way over there. I forgot that those things even do that. Ah, well, this works out great. Well, he's got the wrong weakness type, but still. If I do this... Oh, you piece of garbage. I forgot. You go more than 3 away. Alright. Let's do this just to strip all the stability. Not that it really matters because he's out in the open, but... Do I want to finish this thing off? Oh, come on! Whatever. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Probably just going to stay there. If we have you come to right here, is that going to be dangerous? I mean, it'll be dangerous, but will it be a problem? Yeah, I kind of want to just stay up here. Even if I am on the wrong side of cover. She just can't really hit anything. She'll be fine. Yeah, this will crit and kill him. Interesting. We can kill you with this, and we're gonna have a... Let's do this, actually. And you all are just gonna stay here and be sad, because there's nothing for you to do. Right, even if you... Yep. Is there a turn limit on this? I hope not. Yeah, just hang out here. Oh, did she just like not? Oh, because she lost her shield. Oh, outplayed by the AI. I was wondering, I'm like, why didn't she counterattack and just kill him? But the AoE attack, which is outside of her scope of counterattacks, went off first, knocked her shield off, and then she didn't have her shield up, so she doesn't counterattack without her shield. Now these three just have to be sad over here. This is bullshit, this map. I'm sure that there's like an obvious way to get around there, and I'm just not seeing it. And everyone else is probably like watching this is like, bro, why is he not just using the elevator? I want you to stay up there. I just want you to shoot him and kill him. That should be enough. Okay, he did die. He did die. Whew. That wasn't... I would rate that mission a 4 out of 10. Did not enjoy. Okay, finally the good shit. So if I remember correctly, this boss, I'm assuming, is the same as we did in the last event. Does he have any real tactics? He's got 45,000 HP, which is a decent chunk, but not enough to really matter. Because I think we're going to burn through it. Burn damage, blah, blah, blah. So you want to spread out a little bit because these are all AoEs. Alright, I just need to know. This is all I needed to know. Yeah, so we'd have to break his stability. But he doesn't have a ton of stability either, so... Whoops. No, I want Sumi. Yeah, you two can be over there and speed run your asses all the way back around, and we'll just lay into him. I want Macchiato. I guess I want her right up against this half cover. Sumi can come here. Perfect. We have a plan, boys. Let's do... Oh, we can... We're just spaced just right. I cannot aggro that guy. Put the Vuln up from the grenade here. He's so fat, I can't move around him. Although Diane's so fast, she can run circles. Yeah, you'll crit, right? You got this. Got him. Oh yeah, dude. This is what dude, is it even a deer? I don't even think it's a deer. It's like... What do you call this thing, right? It's like a crow mixed with a boar, mixed with a deer, mixed with a... I don't know, man. There's some Nazi super science shit going on right there. But it's like a New Year's deer, right? Because he got like these little ribbons on. Isn't that cute? Got little ribbons hanging from his antlers. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Dude, I would imagine being an artist on the art team that works on like monster designs must be like just a lot of fun. Uh-oh, mechanics are happening, guys. What do I do? Negative charges and positive charges. I'm sure I'm supposed to pay attention to these. Select the nearest enemy. Does Hydro and Damp. Select just one random. Does AoE burn around them? Mark 2 empty tiles around the target. Does some lightning conductors. So once again, spread out for everything. Does it say what these light and dark orbs do somewhere? Here we go. Jesus Christ. They need to really, like, consolidate the wording on some of this stuff. Alright, so you get paralyzed. They get a buff. Alright, you want to break his stability. That's the short answer. Yeah, we're just going to power through this. Said I'm sure that these things actually do something, but this is what I would. These are called challenge modes, but they're not that challenging. I get it. It's like, you know, you don't want to make it too hard because it's like everybody's doing this, right? Including casual players that just hit level 60. Yeah, I love it. It's like, isn't it Year of the Snake? Surprise! It's Year of the Snake, boar, deer, crow. Didn't you get the memo, right? They changed it last minute. Yeah, you just stay there. We're just gonna... Ooh, you're kind of... Ooh, I thought you could run around here. I forgot. You can't go through this square. Can't go through enemy tiles. Vapley, you're about to be real sad. Oh, I want to knock him into the pit. I can't. No. My plan is foiled. Well, we're gonna come here and hope for the best. I should have put a shield on her from Macchiato, so, but hopefully she won't get targeted. Don't do it. Oh, look at that, never punished. Just kill it. Just kill it. Fuck the mechanics. The devs put all this work into making a boss that's fun and interesting, and I just, like, you know, nah, I ain't doing it. Wow, that was unfortunately exactly kind of what I thought it was going to be. I really had fun last stream when we did the, oh gosh, what was it called? I will get these names right one day. The expansion drill. We did the expansion drill, and it was the big mega deer for number 10, where he dropped all the like the goop puddles. That was an interesting fight. I redid it after the stream, and I went back and killed him pretty quickly. I mean, it still took me like 9 turns because of all the ad spawning, but I think the turn limit was like 12. So, I mean, I went from, you know, whatever, 14 turns to 12 turns. So, and he wasn't nearly as buggy the second time I did it. Like, for some reason, when I like rewatched my stream, because I'm like, am I crazy? I'm like, did he just do random shit last time? And I rewatched it, and I'm like, yeah, dude, he was just doing wild stuff at the end, like just not attacking, pretending to get stunned, but then attacking anyway, doing AoEs. Anyway, that boss was way more interesting. And I'm sure this boss was probably interesting too if I would have respected the content and not just killed it in 2 turns and ignored all the positive negative charges. So, but you know what? Sometimes you take the path of least resistance. So we're at the 1 hour mark and 5 minutes according to my little timer here. So I think that's where we're gonna stop it. Yeah, we talked about Deshevnia. We did the challenge modes that weren't that challenging, unfortunately. I got nothing else to really go over. Inverse Cipher, this is still active, right? Yeah. Oh, I kind of wanted to do these, but they're just like fun little puzzles, right? Like I'll do one for funsies real quick as I close out the stream and talk. This one was really cool, right? Like you get to be the bad guys. Like all of a sudden, you have to fight your own units. So this hurts me on the inside. I don't want to hurt my own. I don't want to hurt my friends, but you know, long live the Belfleet Empire. The Thode, I'm gonna spit on Sharkery. I fucking hate Sharkery. I'll be real with you guys. I can't fucking stand her. Real talk. Real talk. Idols are annoying. It does pain me though that Nemesis has to die though. These are cool because they're like little puzzle challenges. Like this puzzle was like you're prepping the flea for launch. It's like it reminds me of the Toy Story movie, right? Like Buzz Lightyear like gets the rocket on his back so him and Woody can like shoot into the back of the truck. It's like we're not aiming for the truck, Woody. So yeah, you have to like kind of figure out exactly what to do. This guy's supposed to walk up here and soak all these attacks from Sharkery and Nemesis. And you're supposed to just not get attacked by these two. And then after you use this Thode, who, if this guy walked up and soaked all the attacks, the Thode will be alive on the second turn. He can spit, knocking Sharkery back to the perfect angle so that you can do that and then praise Allah. Where is it? How do I... Allah Akbar. And kill them all. These are fun. I really had fun doing these, but I won't do them on stream because I'll be here another 20 minutes doing them, even though they are cool. But there's guides to them online. A lot of people have posted like little like pictures of who to move where, because they are, like I said, you have to do it in a very specific order. But so today we're gonna end the stream. I'm sorry, I was very Jed Bush low energy today, but I'm just a little exhausted. And now that I know that UMP9 Lena is not coming out next, I'm just in full copium mode, man. I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's just, it might be a month, it might be 2 months now, because they said word on the street is they're rewriting the Century C event, which people are thinking will be next after this event, this Deshevy event. So that means Lena would be after that, but like, what if they rewrite Lena too? It could be like summertime by the time we get her. And I don't even care about it for meta reasons. I just like that character a lot. UMP9 is just hilarious. But with that, thank you guys all for joining me. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all giving me the love and the support and all that nonsense and blah blah blah. You know, I'd like to thank the Academy, and I'd like to thank my friends and family who supported me all along this way. But mostly I'd like to thank you, the shit posters that show up to watch these streams. Secretly, I know what you are deep down inside, and I love you for it. So don't ever change. With that, we're going to end it. I'll catch you guys on Friday Night Frontline next time. Which will be the first for February. And I don't want to say promise because that's a strong word, but I will try my best to end the stream right now and record the long version of the Diane guide. And maybe I'll even do some cool, like cool animations and stuff to make it like not so dry and boring. So with that, I'm logging off. Hope you guys have a great one.